of the woman who lent me her motorbike. So if I had hopped on that bus the night before, I would not potentially be here right now. I was thinking about renting a motorbike, so maybe I would still be here, but like I would have a lot less money. um, but we went to this woman's house, and that's where I got connected with her. And she said that she wants murals, and I said I want a motorbike, so can you trade me? And it completely worked out. So that all completely happened from this course. I mean, one, I wouldn't have been in the city if I didn't have this course to take. So I would not have gone to her house. I would have also, I feel like I manifested this, like I said in the last episode, I feel like I've manifested this motorbike because I said a few weeks prior that I would, or just like a week prior, that I would trade for a motorbike. Like I would trade, I had a rubber band that I had to trade up 5 times, like the guy who traded a paperclip for a house. So I was like, I'm going to trade this up to a motorbike. So I didn't trade it up to a motorbike. I traded it up to an anklet. But then shortly after, I traded something else for a motorbike. So I feel like that completely just when I put it out into the universe that like I'm trading up to a motorbike, it was like, okay, it doesn't have to be the same exact way that I thought it would be, but it completely happened for me anyways, because I don't know, God knows that I'm meant to do this life. I'm meant to be a solo motorbike driver. I am amazing at it. I'm doing well. This is where I thrive. Like I've never felt so happy and free when I'm riding this motorbike. So that was just so huge. Something so huge that came from this course. Riding the wave. Literally, like I'm riding the motorbike yesterday, and I just felt like I was riding that wave. Like I caught that wave. And I'm like, yeah, I got beaten up, and look how worth it is. Like, so worth it. Look what just happened for me. Look what I've created for myself. So that's so amazing. And finally, the most meaningful and most important thing that I think has come from this course is the fact that I have been able to feed people in the Philippines. I've been able to feed over 200 families now. I'm not sure if I've mentioned any of this on the podcast, but if you're following any of my social media, I've posted some about this, but I've been collecting money. This started off as a homework assignment from the course, from Next Level. It was to donate food, however that's going to be, to people who need it, to the homeless, to whatever, just feed people. That was the assignment, however you want to do it. And enroll people into coming and helping you, to, enroll other people into being generous with you. So for me, I got to be creative because I'm in the Philippines. And so what I wanted to do was to feed people out here, but also to enroll my friends and family back home into being generous out there. And so I asked my mom to support me in setting something up over there, which she did, and she's still collecting money for it. If you're interested in helping with that, like, just let me know and I can send you the information of my mom. But what I did out here was I started a GoFundMe page, received donations of, I think, just over $200, $300, something like this. So I raised like about $215 on GoFundMe, and then I was also donated about $70 or something by the people of the last place I was working at Isla Experience, and because they wanted to support me because it was in their community, and excuse me, so they supported me by giving me money for this as well. So what I did, and my friend Gemma, and then a couple other people who worked at that place came with me from the small island that I was staying at that we were all staying at, to the main town. But the main town is, a rather poor area. Like, a lot of the people don't have very much money over there. So we went there and, took the money. We're able to support some of the small businesses there, bought out all of their rice and noodles, and fed 100 families at the church there. And so that was really amazing. completely was just such a beautiful, fulfilling experience. And then I realized afterwards that I have leftover money because there was no ATM in that area, so I literally had to just gather whatever cash I could gather of my own cash and of other people, of the cash of the place that I was staying. The Isla donated. Luckily I'm so glad that they donated, because otherwise I wouldn't have had any. I would have had only my own cash because all of it was on GoFundMe and I couldn't take it out. So between the two of us, we were able to come up with 6,000 pesos, which is about $150 or something. And yeah, so we were able to feed the people. And then I looked at the GoFundMe and I said, oh, I still have money left over. Okay, I'm just going to keep the GoFundMe running and I'll just do this again in the place of the next people that I'm going to. So I went straight from, after doing this project, I went straight to the next job where I would paint the surfboards at Peñas. And so I received a little bit more money, and it just so happened that once I calculated everything, I had exactly enough to do the exact same thing, to buy 100 kilos of rice and 100 packs of noodles, just like I did the last place. But this time we separated it all and brought it to, last time we separated it in the church and they were able to just pick it up as they went out. But this time we rode around on our motorbikes and just dropped it off at each house in the village that they live. And it was able to feed everybody there. I'm pretty sure every single family was able to receive dinner that day. And I think a kilo of rice is I think it's probably almost 2 meals. So anyways, we were able to feed 100 families all over again. And so that was just so amazing. None of this would have been possible, but it was never really on my radar to feed people. I had done volunteer work with this in the past, with One More Time charity in Vancouver. I had done this just because, I don't know, only a couple times, but it was never really something that I thought about doing out here. It was just never really on my agenda. And then I was given this assignment, and it completely, inspired me to start doing this. And it's been so impactful. Just this act alone, especially on this, oh my gosh. So on the first one, my friend Gemma, she also was just really inspired. She was able to help me, and she was so helpful in this. And she was so inspired. And she now is starting her own GoFundMe, not just because of the thing that we did together, but also through other projects other community projects we learned about and were a part of. But she was able to just discover this really big passion she has for helping kids at these local schools, and now she's got her own organization kind of in the works, and is following this passion of helping these people out here in the Philippines as well. And then the second time, when I went with the locals that I was living with, they were so thankful to be able to feed the people of their community, because they've been wanting to do this for so long, but they haven't had enough money to do it. And so the fact that I was able to provide the money while they were able to provide their time in helping me distribute the food, it was just such a beautiful exchange. And for me, someone donating their time to me is far more valuable than money. And for me, exactly, I could have just given them the money and said, you guys handle it. I could have been lazy about it. And trust me, I had thought about it for a minute. I'm should I just give them the money? Because we were, sometimes you get lazy and you're like, maybe I should just give them the money, let them do it. But I'm no, that's not it. Giving your time is far more valuable than giving your money. And the fact that I was able to provide, and the fact that everybody supported me in being able to provide money to these people who were so willing to provide their time to helping their community, it was priceless. And 100%, that riding that wave was 100% on its own worth the entire course, worth the thousands of dollars that I've put into it, worth the thousands of hours I've put into it, and all of the tears and the sweat and blood and everything. Not blood, but you know what I mean. All of that was worth it just from this one experience, or two experiences, I guess, now. And who knows what it's going to do, really this ripple effect. And, I don't know if I I think I forgot to mention this, but one of the guys that joined us in the last one, he said that he's going to start doing this now. He was high on life after, like, he was buzzing. And he said, I'm going to start doing this. This is like, he just sparked something in me, and I could see it. So I could just see the beautiful ripple effect that just happened from this. So, riding this wave, being beaten down by the waves, and then riding it and just continuing it, even if the waves seem too big for you, but just knowing that you're out on the water for a reason. If you weren't meant to be out on the water, you wouldn't have decided to go there that day. So there's a reason you're out on the water. There's a reason that you're being beaten down by these waves. It's all a test, and if you just continue to get back up, no matter how much salt water is in your face and in your bloodstream and everything, just keep getting back up and keep riding the wave, and eventually you will ride the wave all the way to the shoreline. And I'm excited, you guys, because I'm still currently riding this wave, and I have not reached the shoreline yet. I'm not sure what that's even going to look like. So there's your daily dose of inspiration. Thank you for listening, and thank you for bearing with me as my phlegmy voice gets in the way a little bit. I'm really blessed to be able to share this story with you, and I really hope that it resonates. And I would love to hear about the waves that you're riding right now. What are you up against? What waves are crashing into your face at the moment? And or what wave are you riding at the moment, if that's what the place that you're in is. I'm so curious I feel like there's always that place. You're either riding the wave, you're being beaten down by the waves, or you're just sitting at the shoreline watching other people surf and thinking, maybe I should try surfing, but maybe tomorrow. I think maybe those are not the three type of people, because everybody is in each of those phases, like, at different points of their life. But those are the three feels like that's like the three stages that maybe you could be in at the moment. And which one are you in? And I think that, if you're sitting at the shoreline, get in the water. Life is now. Life is not tomorrow. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed bringing it to you, and I am out of here. I have to go on to another call. Gotta go keep working at it, working at my dreams, and maybe I'll find a surfing beach tomorrow. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the Friendly Frequencies podcast. I would love it if you came and visited me on my social media. I am Friendly Frequencies on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and come visit me on there. And I would also love it if you could leave me a review, either on Spotify, or even better would be on iTunes. iTunes is the best place for this. If you leave me a review on iTunes, it'll get out to more people, and I would just absolutely adore you for doing this. But thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to bring you more amazing content. Love you. Bye.